Hey guys, I'm Nick and welcome back to the channel. Well, we've got another one of these Star Trek very short treks to take a look at. The hologram one. This is a bit of a parody on, I guess you'd say, holodeck within a holodeck, much like they did in the series finale of Star Trek Enterprise, where we got Will and Deanna sort of hijacking the events of the Enterprise crew under Archer. And this short trek kind of takes that theme to the extreme level. This short trek, I don't think maybe it was quite as funny as previous short treks, but we did get a cameo from every single actor in a Star Trek series representing every single show. So every single Star Trek series that's been on air, there's a different voice actor from that show making a representation for their series. So from that perspective, it was a really good one. Let's take a look at this one entitled Holograms All the Way Down.
Excellent news. The treaty's signed and Earth's safe. It's been a long road, but I think it'll be smooth sailing from here on out.
Computer freeze program. You were right, Deanna. These historical holo programs are exactly what I needed to relax and clear my head. I think I'm finally ready to talk with Captain Picard.
So the whole Deanna and Will holodeck thing that went on as the finale for Enterprise, it's kind of poking fun at that. It's pretty much regarded as, I think, probably one of the worst series finales in Star Trek, where everyone just kind of hated what they did in this episode. I know it was meant to be kind of a finale to the whole Rick Berman era of Star Trek, but at the same time, it also really kind of shadowed over the Enterprise crew, and I'm pretty sure that most of the actors who worked on the show weren't at all happy with Deanna and Will Riker hijacking their finale there. And it kind of pokes fun at that. But at the same time, you know, I guess good to hear Connor Trenier doing Trip Tucker again. Not to mention Jonathan Frakes doing Riker again in his second of these short Trek videos.
Computer, freeze program. See? A perfect fake. If you want to win a war, you'll need some convincing propaganda. For the right price, of course. I'll even throw in a keychain and half-off root beer floaties.
Great to hear Armin Shimmerman reprising his role as Quark here in this video, and obviously good to see Garak. We didn't get to hear Garak, but good to see him there, you know, as someone for Quark to talk to. And I also get the impression, as it was when he did the voice for Quark in the Lower Decks episode, that they get him to do the voice of Quark wearing the teeth. He's got the teeth in for the voiceover, which I think is, you know, is good. Even though he doesn't need to wear them visually, it does change his voice somewhat. So I think that's good to keep that consistency.
Computer freeze program. That's how we got the Romulans into the Dominion War? Man, this is way cooler than Boimler's Kirk Gore and Friends to something more fan fiction sims I found in his personal file.
We're certainly taking this Russian doll version of the holodeck, where you've just got a program within a program within a program, and the fact that we're going through all of the different Star Trek series and getting voices, you know, in this one obviously Noel Wells as Tendi. We get to see Mariner and Boimler as well. It's great that we're getting representation from every single Star Trek series here.
Computer freeze program. Honestly, I thought this would be educational, but there's very little to learn from here, I'm afraid.
Computer, pause reckoning. By the great bird of the galaxy, I've had enough of this nonsense. I swear it's a practical joker all over again.
Computer, freeze program.
Computer, end simulation.
Angus Imrie, of course, as Zero from Star Trek Prodigy, George Takei as Sulu, Bruce Horak as Hema, and also Doug Jones as Saru. I'm not sure what Sulu said in terms of what he got the computer to pause, but there's obviously a little bit of an issue here that certain timelines, such as you know, the original series and Strange New Worlds, you know, didn't have holodecks. So I'm not quite sure what Sulu said in this to kind of pause, but it certainly wasn't a holodeck program because, yeah, there was no holodecks back then.
Computer, pause holo novel. That's enough silly stories for one night. Good night, computer.
Computer, end playback. What the hell? Are we real or part of the hologram?
Something is not right. Computer, freeze program.
You are the computer. Who are you talking?
And of course, very cool to hear Ethan Phillips back as Neelix in this short trek. Obviously, just an absurd ending with all of the multi-headed characters or whatever talking to the computer, and then the computer asking it to pause itself. Yeah, obviously taking the whole holodeck within a holodeck notion to the extreme, but such a great treat to get a voice character from every single Star Trek series. Connor Trenier from Enterprise, Jonathan Frakes doing Riker from Next Generation and Picard,
Armin Shimmerman doing Quark from DS9,
Noah Wells as Tandy from Lower Decks, Angus Emery as Zero from Star Trek Prodigy, George Takei as Sulu from the original series, Doug Jones as Saru from Discovery,
Bruce Horak from Strange New Worlds as Hemmer,
and Ethan Phillips as Neelix from Voyager. I did find this short trek, even though maybe not as many gags and funny bits, it was quirky. It was quirky and fun, and great to see all the cameos there. And they kind of held back in this episode on the usual kind of like kiddie fart joke kind of humour. I think in the last couple of short treks we've had, people farting and getting hit in the crotch and picking boogers out of their nose and wiping them and all that sort of kind of bit more kind of childish humour. But this one was definitely a bit more restrained in the sort of toilet humour kind of category, I guess, based on the previous outings from the very short trek episodes. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Did you find it funny? Was it a bit of a buzz to go, spot the voice cameo from all the different Star Trek series? I thought it was a bit of fun. But leave your thoughts in the comment section and let me know what your impressions were on this very short trek, Holograms all the way down.
We only have one more of these very short trek episodes to come on October 4th. The last one, called Walk Don't Run, will air, which I get the impression will be something to do with Riker and his trombone. And that'll be it for all of these animated very short trek episodes. Maybe let me know in the comments section which of the 3 very short trek episodes you've found the most funny that have aired so far, and we'll get chatting about that.
Guys, if you haven't subscribed to Sci-Finatics yet, don't forget to do so. Click on that big subscribe button to stay current and up to date with all the latest Star Trek news on YouTube. Be sure to check out my merch in the merch store, links in the description, with all my cool Star Trek and sci-fi themed flavoured t-shirts, mugs, hoodies, caps, stickers. It's all there. Cool stuff. Bargain prices. Check it out. Help support the channel. And I'll be back very soon with my next video. I'll see you soon.